Mount Fuji, located on Honshu Island, Japan, is the highest mountain in the country, standing at 3,776 meters, 12,389 feet, above sea level. It is an active stratovolcano, forming part of the Fuji Hakone-Eisen National Park. The mountain is an iconic symbol of Japan, recognized for its symmetrical, snow-capped peak that is visible from the capital, Tokyo, on clear days. It has been a subject of awe and inspiration for centuries, appearing in many works of art, literature, and religion, and is one of Japan's three holy mountains, along with Mount Tate and Mount Haku. The origins of Mount Fuji date back around 100,000 years, with the mountain forming through a series of volcanic eruptions. Its eruptions have been relatively infrequent, with the last major eruption occurring in 1707 during the Edo period, when it produced a layer of ash known as the Hoi eruption. This eruption was preceded by several centuries of dormancy, and since then, the mountain has remained relatively quiet, although its status as an active volcano means it could erupt again in the future. Mount Fuji's symmetrical cone shape, with its gentle slopes, is a result of a combination of both explosive and effusive eruptions, which have created a near-perfect volcanic cone. This distinct shape has contributed to the mountain's status as an emblem of beauty and a center of spiritual significance. Mount Fuji is deeply intertwined with Japanese culture, serving as a pilgrimage site for centuries. Its association with Shintoism, Japan's indigenous religion, has led it to be regarded as a sacred place. Pilgrims have climbed the mountain for centuries, and there are numerous shrines on the mountain dedicated to the goddess Kano Hanasakuyahime, who is believed to be the deity that protects the mountain. Climbing Mount Fuji is a popular activity, particularly during the official climbing season, which occurs in July and August when the weather is more favorable. The mountain offers several routes to the summit, each offering different levels of difficulty and scenic views. The highest point, known as the summit or Fujisan, is marked by a small shrine and offers a panoramic view of the surrounding area. Pilgrims and climbers often take part in the Fujisan ascent as part of a spiritual journey, while others visit the mountain for its natural beauty and the physical challenge of the climb. Mount Fuji's volcanic nature has shaped its surrounding environment. The mountain is flanked by lush forests and diverse ecosystems, ranging from dense forests of coniferous trees at lower altitudes to alpine plants and rocky terrains at the higher elevations. The mountain is part of the Fuji Hakone-Eisen National Park, which is a popular tourist destination that includes natural hot springs, scenic lakes, and the Hakone area known for its hot spring resorts and views of the mountain. In addition to its natural beauty, Mount Fuji has had a profound impact on Japanese art, particularly in the field of woodblock printing. The famous series 36 Views of Mount Fuji by the artist Katsushika Hokusai, which includes the iconic image of the Great Wave off Kanagawa, has immortalized the mountain in art. Other artists, including Yutagawa Hiroshige, have also depicted Mount Fuji, further contributing to its cultural significance. The mountain's cultural significance extends to its inclusion as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2013, recognized for its spiritual, cultural, and artistic influence. This designation has helped preserve the integrity of the mountain and its surrounding area, attracting both pilgrims and tourists who come to experience its awe-inspiring presence. Mount Fuji is also known for the 5 lakes that lie at its base: Lake Kawaguchi, Lake Yamanaka, Lake Sai, Lake Shoji, and Lake Motosu. These lakes, formed from the volcanic activity in the region, provide opportunities for recreational activities such as boating, fishing, and hiking, and offer stunning views of the mountain. Lake Motosu, in particular, is famous for being featured in many photographs and artworks due to its tranquil beauty and clear waters. Beyond its scenic and cultural importance, Mount Fuji has also influenced Japan's philosophy of beauty, symbolizing purity, strength, and resilience. Its role as a beacon of inspiration continues to impact various aspects of Japanese culture, from poetry to film, and it remains a cherished national symbol. Mount Fuji's significance extends to Japan's modern era as well, where it is often depicted in films, television shows, and photography, further solidifying its status as a national symbol. The mountain's presence in Japan's collective consciousness is also reflected in its appearance on various coins, stamps, and official documents. The mountain's beauty continues to inspire a wide array of artistic interpretations and is frequently included in contemporary exhibitions and cultural discussions. In addition to its cultural symbolism, Mount Fuji also plays an important role in environmental and scientific studies. The mountain's ecosystems, along with the unique volcanic activity, provide valuable insights into geological processes and natural history. Researchers closely monitor Mount Fuji for signs of seismic or volcanic activity, given its potential for future eruptions. The surrounding forests, lakes, and wildlife have also become subjects of ecological studies, with efforts in conservation ensuring that these natural environments are protected for future generations. Mount Fuji also serves as a major economic asset for Japan. It attracts millions of visitors annually, both domestic and international, contributing to tourism and local businesses around the surrounding areas. The popular climbing season boosts the local economy with services such as guide tours, accommodations, and transportation, while the nearby towns benefit from the influx of visitors interested in the natural beauty and cultural heritage associated with the mountain. Despite its peaceful nature in recent centuries, Mount Fuji has a complex history of eruptions and geological changes. The volcanic activity has shaped not only the landscape of Japan but also its history, from the ancient myths surrounding the mountain to its more modern-day considerations. In addition to eruptions, the mountain has been influenced by landslides, earthquakes, and other natural processes that contribute to its ever-evolving geological profile. The mountain also holds a deep connection with Japanese literature. It has been referenced in countless poems, songs, and stories, embodying various themes from contemplation and tranquility to the struggle of life and the pursuit of spiritual enlightenment. The famous poet Basho wrote about Mount Fuji in his haikus, capturing the majesty of its presence and its spiritual significance in Japanese culture. This literary connection adds another layer to the mountain's status as not just a physical landmark, but also a literary and spiritual one. Efforts to protect the cultural heritage of Mount Fuji are ongoing. The Japanese government, local municipalities, and international organizations continue to collaborate on maintaining the mountain's natural beauty and spiritual significance while promoting responsible tourism. Mount Fuji's status as a World Heritage Site ensures that steps are taken to preserve its integrity, from regulating climbing routes to monitoring ecological health. Overall, Mount Fuji represents the harmonious relationship between nature, culture, and spirituality in Japan. Its enduring influence, both as a natural wonder and as a symbol of the Japanese identity, continues to inspire reverence and respect. Whether through artistic representation, religious pilgrimage, or scientific inquiry, Mount Fuji remains an integral part of Japan's heritage, resonating deeply with both the Japanese people and visitors from around the world. As the years go by, Mount Fuji continues to evolve in its role within Japan and on the global stage. Its cultural influence remains profound, with many aspects of Japanese tradition and philosophy being encapsulated in its towering presence. The mountain has long been a metaphor for the balance between human life and the forces of nature, embodying Japan's deep connection to the natural world. This connection is evident in practices like Fuji Senkobo, a form of mountain worship where pilgrims seek enlightenment through climbing and meditating on the mountain's sacred grounds. While Mount Fuji's spiritual significance remains central to its identity, it also has a place in contemporary discussions about environmental conservation. As Japan faces issues related to climate change, the health of Mount Fuji's ecosystem becomes increasingly important. Researchers and environmentalists have raised concerns about the impact of human activity on the surrounding natural environment, including littering on the mountain's trails and the changing climate's effect on its snow cover. Efforts to address these challenges include more sustainable tourism practices, increased education on the importance of preserving Mount Fuji, and initiatives to minimize the ecological footprint of visitors. Moreover, Mount Fuji's resilience in the face of natural disasters serves as a powerful symbol of endurance. It has stood through centuries of volcanic activity and natural wear, only to remain a pillar of strength in the cultural, spiritual, and ecological landscape of Japan. This unwavering stability resonates deeply with the Japanese value of perseverance and harmony with nature, making the mountain not only a physical landmark, but a metaphor for overcoming adversity. Throughout Japan's modernization, Mount Fuji has remained a consistent anchor of identity and tradition. Despite the rapid development of nearby cities and towns, the mountain's majestic peak still dominates the skyline, a reminder of Japan's natural beauty and the enduring significance of its heritage. In the digital age, the mountain has become a subject of virtual exploration, with live webcams and virtual tours allowing people from around the world to experience the views and climb virtually, further expanding its cultural and spiritual reach. In the realm of outdoor sports and recreation, Mount Fuji has become a hub for climbing enthusiasts and mountaineers, drawing thousands of climbers every year. Its well-established routes, including the popular Yoshida Trail, offer a variety of experiences, ranging from challenging summit expeditions to peaceful hikes that explore the lower regions of the mountain. The accessibility of Mount Fuji, coupled with its cultural and historical importance, creates a unique blend of recreational and spiritual appeal, making it a destination that attracts people with diverse interests. The impact of Mount Fuji extends far beyond the borders of Japan. It is often considered one of the world's most recognizable mountains, appearing in international exhibitions and attracting tourists from across the globe. The image of the snow-capped peak against a backdrop of cherry blossoms, traditional temples, or serene lakes has become an iconic representation of Japan itself. Much like the Eiffel Tower symbolizes Paris, or the Statue of Liberty represents New York. The ongoing cultural significance of Mount Fuji can also be seen in the arts. The mountain continues to inspire countless artists, musicians, and writers who seek to capture its majesty in their work. Whether through a painting, a poem, a photograph, or a film, Mount Fuji remains a powerful muse, offering an endless wellspring of creative inspiration. Its presence in traditional and modern art highlights its ongoing relevance to Japan's cultural fabric. In addition, the mountain has become a focal point for international environmental awareness and activism. As a symbol of Japan's environmental beauty, it is a platform from which discussions on climate change, preservation of natural landscapes, and sustainable tourism can be expanded. Advocates for the protection of global heritage sites often reference Mount Fuji as a model for how to balance conservation with human activity, stressing the importance of both physical and cultural preservation. Ultimately, Mount Fuji's legacy continues to evolve, not just as a geological feature, but as a living, breathing symbol of Japan's cultural, spiritual, and environmental values. Whether viewed as a sacred mountain, a natural wonder, or an artistic inspiration, Mount Fuji's status is unshakable. It remains an enduring testament to the beauty and power of nature and a central figure in the story of Japan itself.